I'll switch to this view instead. Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Practical Heroes with our second flagship campaign, the Sands of Syldaris, set in the pretty much entirely homebrew world of Eroth. I remember my own world name. No one heard that. No one heard that little pause for thought.
Sorry, I'm getting harassed by my dogs.
It's okay.
Is it?
You might notice there is a blank spot on the side of our screen because we unfortunately have no Linger today, but it is fine because last time you guys finally entered Bimbledook.
I think your cameras are a little off
How
when
are
I
the
look at the stream there, Mish.
Re-screwed themselves. I
hate to
spent
tell you.
so much time fixing them and they've just immediately re-screwed themselves.
That's fine. I have to help Phantom.
Okay, seeing as you're the
I
one
don't
who
know, it
pointed
looks
it
kind of
out,
cool.
Maywood, why don't you give us the recap while I fix the cameras?
Oh my god. I was not prepared. I didn't even have one of my traditional left-offs, as you noticed that I didn't post one. The only note I have was we were about to examine a robot. The robot from the crashed... No, not the crashed airship.
Yes.
The crashed airship, I mean, yes.
The other airship you're
we're
thinking of is
in-
the name of the tavern.
We're in the beautiful town of Bimbledook. And we've met up with some shady individuals who are sort of friends, so maybe that makes them less shady. And we're exploring and trying to figure out many things. And now everything's probably perfectly fixed as I continue
Almost.
to talk. And okay, well, from a personal Chester
Nailing
perspective, his former band mates are apparently playing in this town, which has got him frazzled because he hasn't seen them since the band broke up for reasons.
No one heard that.
The beginning. You thought I was going to say end. Nope. The beginning.
Nearly there. Maywood is in
And we're
position.
nearly there,
He just
and
needs
I'm in position.
tweaking.
And I
Boom.
may or may not have a other list prepared for today. We'll
Boom.
see.
Oh.
But yes, as you quite rightly pointed out last time, you spoke with two individuals, or four individuals technically, two of which were a green tiefling and a black dragonborn, who you followed through the streets of Bimbledook after a little light shopping. You followed them into a very run-down general shop, which turned out to be effectively a front for another branch of the Runestone Forge, which, from what you've seen so far, seems to be some sort of possibly mercenary / mercantile / thieves guild. You've not really delved too deep into what it is they actually do. You just know that so far they've been helping out investigate the airship crash, whether it's official or not. Who knows? And you were told that they are in possession of one of the three escaped constructs which they had defeated. And where we'd left off, Chester had sat on the floor after the crushing news that Octrine Floyd were performing, and Warden had agreed that it might be a good idea to have a look at this construct. So,
Sorry, I also found airship was mimicked to look like normal, but was modded for automatons with weapons galore. How did the dragon know, and why did it attack the ship? 15 people missing from all over the city.
Yes.
Some signs of struggle, but not much. There's small crossbow bolts with poison on them, which I don't know if we know that might mean Drow, but
You do, yes.
out
You
of
were
character.
told it's the signs point to Drow, but people often stage it in a way that it might implicate Drow because they like to blame the easy to blame people and shift it away from themselves.
So apparently I did have some notes. I just
Yes,
didn't
you have
realize.
many notes. The airship wasn't necessarily covered in weapons, but it was modified. There was a small area of the cargo hold that the automatons had been successfully hidden in that the members of the Runestone Forge hadn't managed to locate before the constructs escaped. Also, bless you.
Thank you.
But yes, with all of that in mind, what would you guys like to do? As the green tiefling Ervir finishes dusting off the knees of his trousers from where he knelt down to apologize to Mura, takes a seat back at his table and starts to return to his drink.
Well, should we perhaps have a look at this this here automaton? See if there's any clues to where it might have come from?
I would certainly like to investigate that, yes.
All right. I believe it is this way. And he leads the way. Like
Fair
this.
Warden follows just like that as well.
Walk this way.
We only have one brain cell between the three of us right now.
Linger,
Yes.
why don't you hang out by the bar? You're looking very peaked.
As you watch Rip's mouth just stretches open impossibly wide, and he just... and Linger is gone.
That seems normal to me.
Swallowed into the void, and Rip just folds in on himself and vanishes.
Huh, interesting.
I must go, my people need me.
I did not see that coming.
My people need me. Those gosh darn
Yeah, yeah.
chewingers.
Oh, man.
Excellent. Okay, so you head on over to the small alcove that you were directed to by Urvir, who did also tell you it's generally a good idea if you want to poke around this sort of stuff and you know the Runestone Forge are involved, to mention that Bantha sent you.
Bantha voodoo.
Because technically, Bantha did
Bantha
send you.
milk.
Not even a lie.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But you head over to this alcove, and it's kind of carved into the wall of what is effectively a cave, realistically. This underground hideout. And as you kind of pass through the entryway, you can feel like you're kind of pushing through like the membrane of a bubble, almost, as you enter through. Mura, you definitely would pick up the magical tingles as you enter through.
I feel
And
the
there
magical tingles.
these like
Perhaps you're in love.
there are these large kind of curved steel beams that are reinforcing the walls and the ceiling of this alcove with similar runes and runestones lining them to the rest of the underground hideout, with the addition of more of, as Linger had pointed out previously, these kind of protective runes. And you can see there is a large block of stone, effectively, just this huge slab of stone, with various parts and pieces of this construct rearranged back into humanoid form, but very clearly not all in one piece. And you can see there is a fairly average-sized gnome with an impressively big man bun that's kind of tied up very, very tightly towards the top of his head. It is this kind of like bright orange color. He's got these enormous brown and gold goggles that are obscuring the majority of his face, with smaller lenses. Kind of what the right eye has 2 or 3 lenses, the left has 5 or 6 that just get smaller and smaller as they go down. He seems to be kind of shirtless, but in kind of dungarees almost, with tool belts, tools all over him. And kind of as you head in, he's just stroking this stubbly chin and staring down at the arranged parts on the slab.
Greetings.
He turns dramatically to look at you, and the lenses will over to the side, and you can just see enormous magnified eyes behind the goggles. Hello?
We are here to peruse this, I'm gonna say creature, although I don't know how accurate that is. We've been sent by Bantha.
You, you could see, as you say, we've been sent to peruse. Immediately the hand, like, flicked to the slab and he picks up a scalpel, and the minute you say Bantha, the scalpel just drops back down again onto the slab, and he, oh, okay, hops off the little step ladder that he was stood on, that is now kind of shoulder height with the slab, and steps over to you with these large boots that he's wearing, and he, so, are you used to these sorts of things? Are you research team, or are you just
We are
here on orders?
You can see we are experts, like a very good scarecrow. We are outstanding in the field of
Professional consultant.
looking at things. He trails off.
You have a really nice bun. It's like very disproportionate to your body, and I think that that's very cool.
Well, you know what they say. They don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh, I didn't heard that one. I had to put that in my book of sayings.
Very gnomish saying. Say it everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Suns up, buns out.
Suns out, buns out. Yes, truly.
Exactly.
Mirrors are trying to put her hair into a bun. It is impossible. Everything is wet.
He,
It's more like balancing just the massive hair on the top of your head.
Yeah.
wrap it round the horns. The antlers, sorry.
She's doing this while you guys are talking.
He kind of holds up his right hand, and you watch as the index finger retracts into the hand, and a small metallic cylinder slides out, and he gestures towards the body on the slab, and there's a small kind of laser dot exactly where he's pointing. As you can see here, we've made a little bit of progress already. We're still trying to figure out exactly what it is that makes him tick, so to speak. Not sure how much information has been passed to you already, but what do you already know?
Yeah.
A
Ooh,
lot,
yeah.
honestly. Us? Nothing.
Oh, well. Yeah, Warden's gonna step up to the plate here. So yeah, do you want me just to roll kind of like a general check of any sort, just so I can like give him like a quick look over?
I will say, depending on your goal here, give me either an Arcana check or a History check.
Wow, I
Go
so
history.
wish. Whew. Missing Lindsay right off the bat.
I mean, maybe this might help a bit. You know what, Warden? I believe you've got this in the bag, as it were, and you can have a bardic inspiration, which, you know,
I mean, it does
couldn't wait.
certainly help the difficulty that he knows
Yeah.
a fair bit about this.
All right, what's your bardic? It's
D8.
Now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, you're there, right?
Level
We made
6. Level 6.
Level 6. Level 6.
Did it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, buddy.
Wait.
Puffy.
But here comes the D8.
Here comes the
Eight,
D8.
eight.
3,
Ugh.
7.
Lucky 7.
It's not the hardest for you to remember a lot of what you went through. You know there were a few failed experiments previously, which ranged from attempting to recreate a working brain, which did not go well. There were various attempts at replacing a heart to try and remove any sort of emotion from what was intended to be the ultimate fighting machine. And you were told previously by Ervir that, and as you can see here as well, there is a hole in the center of this construct, and you can see kind of exposed arcano-mechanical wiring and gears. You were told that the heart of this person was removed and replaced with some sort of device that would have enabled him to self-destruct. From the looks of it, outside of that, the design matches a lot of your own, but designed to be a bit sleeker and more lightweight.
Alright, so let me unscrew this real quick. He just pulls it out of his tinkerer's tools. And 1 screw turn. And 2 screw turns. I like prop comedy, we do that here.
Absolutely. All those
I was
times when
picturing
you just
RoboCop.
turn around and come back with the sword.
Oh no, I got it right here.
There's something about pulling a historically
Medieval.
accurate sword out from the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
That's
Actually-
just a little bit off.
Actually, it's an X-Wing, sir.
I'm sorry, you didn't say actually. So you don't get any points this round.
Throws the sword.
I can't. It took forever to get here. You know how long it takes to make these things?
But yeah, the a lot of it, when you try and recall, there's almost like there's something stopping you from being able to fully accurately recall exactly what you're trying to at the moment right now.
Okay.
Do we, like, just us looking on, do we see, like, similarities between this build and Warden?
Well, the first major difference is very clearly the fact that Warden is all in one piece. So that's the good
One-
news.
Wish you would.
Yeah, One Piece. This is going to be a 1070 something session campaign. I can't remember exactly what number they're on now, but it's over the thousands. But yeah, you would be able to notice one or two similarities here and there. Obviously,
You guys
I
saw
saw
that, right?
those.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's a join thing. I think it's like something you could do whenever they join.
do you hear me now?
Yes.
Robotically.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, you poor thing.
I heard that.
Oh, it's your soundboard join. Your soundboard join sound.
Yeah,
Are we
it's
really
my
Can I
joint
hear that on
sound.
stream?
We really gotta. Oh yeah,
probably
we should
not.
check on the stream.
Okay.
We're probably not on stream. We probably
Ye-
cut.
I think we are.
No,
I
we
think
went
it was
offline.
just a
It's
Discord
us.
issue.
No, we went offline. And
No,
maybe
this is
Oh,
went offline.
that's awesome. Says it's
Look at my
still
cool
running
mug.
for me.
Yeah, I got it.
we really gotta get Zoom.
It's not even Zoom, it's just my shitty fucking internet.
Okay,
I
we're
just
back up.
have the worst internet known to man. Unfortunately. According to Twitch, I've just refreshed it and it's saying it's up.
Yeah, it's up now.
Cool.
Okay.
Get on my phone.
I'll check on my side too.
Let's check the video producer and see if it's just
And
split the first
Scry
20
Society,
minutes.
very apt. Wouldn't be a D&D stream
Yes.
if there weren't technical difficulties.
Yeah, so the,
Yep.
So
excellent.
true.
The first 25 minutes
It's
of
a
this
trademark.
stream is now a separate video. Cool.
Good. We
I'm
love
gonna have
that.
to try and
That's
edit those two together with an Adobe Premiere that is broken. So I'm just gonna get DaVinci Resolve instead because Adobe hate their customers.
There's some hot takes happening right now.
It's true though. But
I'll
yes,
still
not
take
sure
Adobe over.
how much of that
We'll
you
see, yeah.
heard. So do let me know how much you were actually privy to before I vanished.
No, I think we heard everything you were. I just asked, like it cut out when I was asking Warden questions, so
Oh,
I think
sweet.
you're good.
I
Anyways,
still
Warden, I had a
audible?
bit of a brain fart there. Yeah, what do you think of this individual? Do you see some similarity? You know, one thing I'm curious about as I keep talking without letting you answer is, do you think this creature, this individual, is older or newer than you?
Right, my turn. My turn.
Here's the conch for you to hold as you talk. Yes,
Oh,
go.
thank you. I shall take the talking conch. Yes. So yeah, Mitch, would I be safe in the assumption that this is a newer model, assuming that it has, that it appears that he's been able to remove now the heart and just more natural features?
Yeah, it certainly looks more advanced in a way than you were. I mean, similarly, it was quite obvious the one that you fought was certainly a newer model, and judging off the fact that that was more construct than you are and a similar amount to this one, you could certainly make that connection.
Yes. This is certainly a newer model. It appears that he's gotten better at this craft.
How loudly are you having
Previously-
this discussion, by the way, in front of the gnome who's like 2 feet from you?
I think that Warden's like not really too concerned about the gnome. I think he's just kind of focused on this.
'Cause
You
at that
know?
Gnome
point,
is
he would
not just 2 feet physically, like in distance. He's also 2 feet, like in height distance away from
Yeah.
him. So,
Yes.
So it's 2 feet by 2 feet away.
so
So
technically
by
4 feet.
Pythagoras' theorem,
Mitch, we
Yeah,
still
like-
can't see your face.
can you
Okay.
not?
I can see
I'll
his
wait
face.
on the.
I'm
On
on the
stream
stream.
or
No, I
Oh,
can see
it's
the
not
both.
in the.
on Discord?
Oh, now it just showed. Very
Okay.
weird.
You might
It's
just
not
have
you,
to
it's me.
refocus the window. 'Cause
I
that
guess
does
I
sometimes
did.
happen when people have issues. Boy, do I got a lot of issues.
I wouldn't know. I never have any problem.
Forget D&D. Let's just talk about our issues for like the next 3
It's
hours.
called therapy.
So childhood.
Start there.
It all started when I was born, really.
But yes, the gnome is certainly giving you the what the shit look, as Warden is continuing onwards. Sorry to have cut across you.
No, that's fine. Yes. When I received the surgery, it was at the time unable to remove certain parts of the brain, heart, and many other functions.
Are you saying you got your brain removed?
Not all of it.
Suddenly, so much makes sense.
So much makes sense.
I used to be a historian when she believed. Okay.
If Linger were here,
I would love Mira to be like, I got my brain removed too, but it was a lobotomy.
But full clarity. Most of me that remains are my head, parts of my right shoulder, my sword arm, and heart, lungs, and I believe some other organs.
Why your right shoulder? That seems
That's-
very specific.
That was the one thing he wasn't able to replicate or improve on, was my sword arm.
Oh, that makes sense.
So this tinkerer, I'm not sure what the word would be, still at it again, seemingly.
Mitch, what did he call himself?
give me a history check.
Alright. Do I get advantage because I was a historian? No, I'm kidding.
Because he was there.
17.
17.
Yo, let's fucking go.
You start thinking back, and again you can feel that similar sensation of almost like something is blocking your recall. You manage to push a little bit through it. You remember a large tower that he worked out of, and you remember he called himself the tower, but you can't remember his actual name. Like that,
Writing that
that
down.
mental block again is just almost like it's forcing you to stop thinking.
I only ever knew him as the Tower.
My. He sounds terrible. Like
The
a
walls
real
crack.
tower of terror. Yeah, lightning.
He was a tower, or he called himself the tower?
He called himself the Tower, and he lived in a tower.
Whoa.
What was his, would you say, purpose for creating individuals such as yourself? And seemingly it has changed.
Well, at the time, we were at war, and we needed a way
Yes, I
to.
recall.
I went to him in desperation. I believe he mainly does it out of some sort of sense of what you call
Curiosity?
that, but worse.
Morbid curiosity?
That might be the best way to put it.
Just a hypothetical question. You think this is a sort of individual, if I'm an evil wizard, I'd go to this guy and I'd say, I need an army of automatons. And then he'd get to work.
Well, it's commonly interpreted as a meaning of danger, crisis, destruction, and liberation. It is associated with sudden, unforeseen changes. Upright, it's accident or damage.
Mira's eyes.
Thank you, Siri.
That was Warden's ultimate upgrade. Siri.
Hey,
Hey,
Warden.
Warden, what's the weather?
Today's weather is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. What did
Sorry,
you
this
do
is
to me?
Eroth. We use Celsius.
Yay.
I'll be cold and dead in the ground forever, you Celsius. Okay,
certainly
like the
be
rest of the
cold.
metric system. Look, man, the rest of the metric system is fine. Okay, I like how it's stackable by tens. That's great and all, but Fahrenheit's just superior if you ask me. I'm not water.
My brain just works in Fahrenheit. Thank you. Come again. I do happen to, like, whenever we talk in Fahrenheit, I will translate it over for Max, though.
Oh.
Because we're like, it's hot. Anyway, brain no work. Continue.
So the gnome looks all the way up at Warden. Sorry. Trying not to interrupt. Little curious here. Are you saying you're like him?
Yes, you are a little curious.
Ah!
He sighs. Dejectedly.
No, I'm just a sentient suit of armor.
Make a deception check.
Is that not true?
He's just disgust. The entire process of being made almost exactly the same. In
12.
front of this guy, and he's like, no.
My brother was an alchemist, you see.
Shut up. Get out of here. Leave. Boo. Boo.
Unfortunately enough, you still beat his insight check. He just kind of squints at you. But you were just... I need a nap.
He's smart, not wise, right?
Yeah. You can see as well, he's very clearly been working night and day for quite a few days now. He just looks so beaten and done.
Poor buddy.
Gaslight.
It's just like that kid that you were gaslighting.
Gaslight, girl boss. Engraved across Warden's chest. Every time he sits down in the tavern, hashtag girl dinner.
Hashtag girl dinner. Just a can of oil.
And a WD-40 spritzer.
My favorite is when people like take a picture of like, I don't know, like dog food, and they're like, girl dinner. Because what is a girl dinner if not a dinner that a girl is just eating?
This is true.
And my best girl eats dog food every day.
You know, can I look for anything to put into my own frame?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I think you're gonna look for girl dinner.
Maybe later. We'll get Mara something to eat on
You
our way
find
home.
his butt plug.
No!
It's USB-C.
Just like my new iPhone.
It's just,
Unfortunately, your butt's USB-A.
No!
oh wait, sorry. Let me turn it around. No, wait.
Oh,
It was the first way.
other
It was the first
gas.
way. Every time.
Lindsay's not here and we've gone off the rails.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get a bardic, please?
Despite that last time, I still have faith in your capabilities.
Thank you.
You're
out one of
just
his
that
eyes,
Dave
it's
Chappelle
DVI.
meme. You're just that Dave Chappelle meme. You got any of those bardics?
Got any of those bardics?
Yes.
Oh, 17?
Plus the D8.
I'll go ahead and roll then.
I think Baldur's Gate has ruined
18.
Baldur's Gate has ruined all of us to just be
Baldur's
like, yeah,
Gate
sure,
has
just
ruined
give us
all checks.
We need someone with guidance. That's what we need.
good luck.
You, as you walk near the construct and you start the check, you hear, looking over on the slab, you see before you
More British,
Skip,
more
skip,
British.
skip, 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 skip.
You struck. Slap.
No, I don't want to talk to you for the 8th time. Keep going.
It's my third playthrough. Come on.
I just saved scummed, okay?
Having a look over everything that is splayed out in front of you, you can see the left eye is mechanical, and certainly seems to have, kind of as you're looking over it, you can see there seems to almost be like a second lens behind the eye, which could be kind of slid in or out, presumably autonomously when it's connected in by itself. You can also see, let's have a look.
Is it a night vision eye?
It is indeed dark vision.
Oh.
That would be nice.
Does it make this? Does it make the splitter cell bing as it turns on? Oh.
I wish I knew what that sound was.
I do.
That.
Perfect.
It's
Exactly that.
basically that exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I won't disagree.
You can. Did you just listen to it?
I'm not gonna look it up right now while you're just like looking through her bag while you guys are doing this.
You can see as well the lungs are mechanical, although one is heavily damaged from the fight, from the looks of things. Other than that, it looks like the integrated armor seems to be made of several overlapping and interlocking plates, so from the looks of it, it could have been retractable.
Can we retract it and see what's underneath?
You can certainly try. If you want to try
We'll
and
check
find
that too.
how to retract it.
That'd be another investigation, or
Yes.
all right.
I only got one left, and I should save it maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not gonna help anyway.
Oh no! Oh baby! Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that it's retractable plates, but whether there's a way to replicate the conditions that would cause it to retract, or the other word that I can't remember off the top of my head that I've been searching for since I first said retract, the opposite.
Extend?
Sure, that's close enough.
Yeah.
You can't find where this link might have been to replicate that, and then kind of just as you circle back round to the more humanoid areas as well, you can see, and I'd say Warden would probably be quite good at matching these sorts of injuries and marks. There's a fairly large hole in the side of the head, which looks to be a very similar kind of size and shape that would have been kind of reminiscent of the pommel of the greatsword that the Black Dragonborn has. And through this hole, you can see under the bits of skull that have clearly been removed by either this gnome or someone else, either all or part of the brain is mechanical.
Mira watches you try to take the eye out, and she's like, she like pulls on his cape.
Maybe you could ask the gnome with the big bun to help you take the eyeball out if you want it.
Right. Didn't he already leave?
He's still there.
I think he... Oh, okay.
He's just kind of sat down on a stool, just like head in his hand.
I do have if the gnome is unable to, I do have some very delicate and fine instruments that I could perhaps use
Pulls
to
out a lute.
extract it.
Yeah, I might take Tinker's tools too.
Oh yeah.
Chester, could you convince the gnome to let me take the eye?
Can sometimes be persuasive. Yes, let me see. Excuse me, my gnomish friend. I didn't catch your name actually.
That's quite alright. I don't think I caught yours either. I think that's the first time Chester's ever not actually immediately introduced himself.
He's distracted by his band in town, clearly. I'm Chester
very fair.
Fields. This is Warden. This is Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira.
We are 3/4 of the adventuring band Abracadabra. You may have heard of us.
You're amazing.
Can't say I have, unfortunately. But I'm Calic.
Pleasure to meet you, Calic. Part of our investigation has led us to the fact that we need to extract for my friend here the eye of this creature here.
Eye of the Robot. The thing
Eye
of the
of
fight.
the robot.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to let you take anything, I'm afraid.
I believe if you were with Bantha and that individual over there, we do have sort of a jurisdiction in this matter.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah. Where are we? 28.
Ooh, baby, let's fucking go.
He lifts up his right arm, and you can see there's a leather bracer kind of covering the forearm, and as he turns it over on the underside, you can see there's a series of various different runestones. And he presses his thumb to the third one down and, Orvir, could you come in here a second? And the moment later, the green tiefling enters into the alcove, and he... Sorry to do this, but, they're saying they're under orders from Banther, and they've spoken to yourself, and it's absolutely fine as part of whatever it is they're investigating, which has something to do with the constructs in the airships, from what I understand, that they can take some stuff away from here.
We just want the eye.
Yes.
Strokes the goatee a little. Have you finished your investigation of the eye? And then we're pretty sure we know they can have it. And he
Thank you, sir.
turns just enough away that the gnome can't see and winks at Chester. As
Wink
you
back.
get the sense as well, it's a little further to the apology.
Alright.
By all means, what have you found?
Chester sort of debates, speaking up, looking to Warden, not knowing how much he wants to reveal. Well, that's quite an interesting question. Warden, seeing as this is your area of expertise, I would bow to your knowledge. However, if you wish, I can impart what we know.
It is clear that the creator of these automatons, that he's been releasing them across the region. We believe that it might be some sort of artificer who's by the name of the tower.
The tower. Interesting.
Have you heard of
Really?
this?
Can't say that I have.
I believe I know him.
Curiouser and curiouser. How exactly is it that you know this figure who has been releasing constructs?
Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
Can I see
What are
like
you
what he's like
insight?
looking for?
Yeah.
Kind of seeing like what he's looking for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
Low rolls today. That's okay.
He's quite hard to read.
How I know him, he's my own business. I will say that when I find him, I will likely kill him.
Well, then by all means, your business is your own. So long as it doesn't interrupt the Moonstone Forge, naturally.
If anything, we may be aiding the Forge,
Well, that's why
stopping
I'm
this menace.
quite happy for it to remain your own, so long as it doesn't get in our way or contradict whatever it is we're doing that you don't need to worry yourselves about.
Wham!
We're stealing the Declaration of Independence.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm
Sounds
so
like
in.
fun.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Our leader, Nick
What?
Cage.
We're stealing the Declaration of Independence.
I don't know what that is. Oh, I declare my independence. Got it. Right? Stolen.
But yes, curious that you would show up, manage to get yourselves entangled with Bantha, make your way here, and just so happen to be connected to the goings-on.
Is it curious or fortunate for you?
Can't it be both? I love Chester's little nervous chuckles. But as I say, who am I to judge? If you knew half of what Exeter had been through, whew. As he jerks a thumb over in the direction of the Black Dragonborn. But that's a story for another time and much stronger drinks.
Very well. I guess if there's nothing else, we could just grab this eyeball and skedaddle.
Yes. Do keep an eye out for Drow.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they're potentially the
This is
ones behind the
the missing
disappearances.
people.
Oh. You're just makes a face.
It was sort of a play on the classic, ooh, stay safe out there. But it's fine.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Exactly.
It's
Take this
Oh.
eyeball.
Mira like digs in her bag because she's looking for a bath bomb. Sorry, I don't have anything in return. She's out. She needs supplies. 0 out of 0.
Very well. Again, just remember, if you find yourselves in trouble or among people who you suspect might be one of my own, do remember the names Ovir and Bantha.
Irvir and Bantha. Yes,
You
and
wouldn't want to
remember
repeat
the
what
name?
happened in the tavern.
Chesterfields. All right. Well, let's just grab this eye and head out. Or eye out.
Wow. Okay. What would you guys like to do then?
Mira gets a running jump and jumps on Morden's back, and off she goes.
Where are you heading out to?
So there's a question. What time is it
What's
around?
You're not quite sure. You are underground.
What's around street level? What time is it?
Well, you reach street level and the sun has vanished. Roll initiative. You head up to the town. The tabaxi, as well as you head back out through the store, has vanished.
Whoa!
Um,
Vanishing cat.
He's just licking his butthole in the back. No, you head outside, and it's probably about 3-4 in the afternoon.
Okay, well, I do have a suggestion then. Why don't we, I do recall I had the mark on my map here where some of these disappearances took place. So en route back to our lodgings, perhaps we can swing by one or two of these and see if there's any clues. And then settle in and I guess watch my goddamn band play.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Very well.
Okay.
Chester doesn't sound super excited about this. I think Mira's like squinting. She's like,
Do you actually want to?
Parts of me wish to see the goddamn band play, and parts of me do not wish to see the goddamn band play.
Okay, I have an idea. What if we disguised you, and then you could watch it, and they wouldn't
Shave him.
recognize you, right?
Shave him.
Yeah, that is an option. I just so happen to have a spell that would actually accomplish that, which, now that you mention it, maybe not the worst idea I've ever heard. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I have a good idea every,
Once in a while.
you know.
I was gonna say like sentry.
You have the idea of bath bombs? Goddamn genius. Do not sell yourself short. Even though you are fairly short.
Thanks. I seem to be shrinking.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She just stops existing.
Yeah, I think that could be a good idea, and then they won't know that you're there, and then you can kind of like spy on them. It can be like a spy mission for all of us. We could sit there, we could wear cool sunglasses, and just be like, and maybe hats. Maybe we get like hats and just be very, maybe all black, and
You're
yeah,
just slowly turning into
The Blues
Anya
Brothers.
from-
Yes. Oh,
I was gonna say Anya from
Blues Brother.
Spy Family.
it was definitely a Blues Brothers reference, but perhaps that too.
They don't know who you are, so I'm not sure how necessary disguise is, but, you know, more power to you, I suppose.
just be inconspicuous.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I should describe them a little bit, so if you come across them, you'll recognize them.
I shoved them off a cliff. No.
So you can shove them off a cliff. Hey, I'm open to certain ideas of that nature.
Okay.
There's the lead singer, Bush. She was sort of the brains of he hesitates, band. Then there was on the double-headed guitar, ZZ. He's a oh shoot, I should mention K to Bush was a what is she? She's a Druga. Are you familiar with the race of the Druga? Like dwarves, but quite often darker of skin.
No, I'm not familiar with anything.
She's got beautiful hair, beautiful little beard, goatee coming down, always very well kempt, which I appreciated at the time. Then on the double-necked guitar, we had ZZ. He's a Thrycreen. Are you familiar with that? It's a giant bug-looking creature.
No.
Well, yeah, he looks like a giant bug. So if you see a giant bug around, there's not too many of them. It's probably his.
Yeah.
He was the muscle of our band.
You think muscle?
But to carry the equipment around.
Oh, okay.
We saved money by not hiring roadies.
Oh, yeah.
Then on the cello, we had the Grady twins. They kind of look like fairies, but all black. Actually, Rip, you might like them because they are eldritch whores, I do assume. Normally straight black. They almost looked 2D, they were so black, but every once in a while they would smile and it would be truly, truly horrifying. They were in charge of demolitions for the band. Yeah. Demolitions for the band. Yeah. And then lastly, there was the drummer. His name was Armisen. He was an autonome. Hopefully not related to all this business, I don't believe. We actually had, over the course of that time, upwards of 50 different drummers. They would just mysteriously die all the time. It was very strange. And then he gives you the list of all the drummers that I'm going to post in there.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for some reason they would just repeatedly die. It was very strange in all sorts of interesting ways.
Not Eltish Presley.
So if you see any of them, keep your eyes peeled.
Not John Leonid.
Randy New Manticore.
Cindy
Hold
Lauper.
on.
That's a good one.
I think my favorite is Bjork because you just take off the K and put a C.
Beyonce is pretty damn good though.
I also like
Tiny Tina Turner.
Ice Gelatinous Cube. Snoop Blink Dog.
LL
Where's Pete
Ray
Best?
Frost J. Wow.
Where's Pete Best?
Where's Pete Best?
David
And there's, I think I
Proficiency.
shared this a long time ago, but there's what they look like.
man.
The band members.
Knowles Barkley. Kelpie Minogue.
I love this.
Meatloaf.
I love this Photoshop of ZZ.
This is really good.
My somewhat not great Photoshop skills at work there.
Totally serviceable. Don't sell yourself short.
My rule of thumb for Photoshop, and I don't use Photoshop, I use Paint.net, which is like the
Amazing.
one step above Microsoft Paint, is if it takes more than 10 minutes, it's taking too long.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. If this took you less than 10 minutes or 10 minutes or less, like impressive.
Yeah.
The two little
Mira
fairies
just
on the cello is just fantastic.
killing me. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't, and that's before I even knew Rip existed, which I thought was interesting.
that's very funny. Mira like sits there or stands there and she's just like squinting and she's like,
What kind of demolitions do bands need?
Anyways, we should probably get about looking for these these sites of disappearances. Yeah.
Music does this band play? What kind of band is this? I have so many band-related questions.
We were jazz fusion. We fused with country. We fused with rock sometimes. Fused with just straight tavern background music. We'd fuse with Trunks and Goku. We'd fuse with all sorts of different things, really.
Sometimes you'd fuse with this crazy harmonica guy.
Yeah, great. Oh, yeah.
I know him.
Oh, you know him? Yeah, he was with us for time.
Yeah, Harmonica Steve.
Steve, he's so cool.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, let's get going then. I'll ask band-related questions later. Maybe I'll even ask the band the questions.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I would probably be in disguise with you to do that, but yes.
Yeah, I could even, before I even know if I have this spell, I was gonna say I could make you smaller. And if I don't have enlarge reduce, which I don't, I'm so sad about that.
I could be the world's tallest gnome.
Yeah. Oh, that would be impressive.
Not very inconspicuous, though.
Also true.
Okay. So, by this point, you've made your way to the site of the first disappearance.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say band performance. I was like, let's go, band.
And it's kind of like that secluded street corner. It's the corner that you pass through, kind of alleyway to alleyway, where there's not a huge amount of foot traffic. It's effectively all around you are just walls and walkways, so the chances of someone being able to run or get away from a potential ambush are not very high from the looks of things.
Are you indicating something to us?
Can everyone give me an investigation check, please? Seeing as you're
I
here
think
to
he's-
investigate.
Let's all fail this, just like in Baldur's Gate. Oh damn it! Oh damn it! Okay, hold on.
Oh, jeez.
Jack of all trades, so at least I'm rolling
Yeah.
with 0.
11. I do love Jack of all trades. Great. Love bards, man.
So that 18, 13, 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. To both of you, there's not much in the way of signs of struggle, but Chester, you can see as you're kind of running your hand across the walls, you're looking around, there are a few points where you can see scrapes in the brickwork, like a projectile had scraped across the wall. You're not quite sure what this might have been. Obviously, you had been shown back in the tavern, or the underground hideout tavern. You'd been shown a handful of smaller than usual crossbow bolts. But it's certainly there were a number of projectiles fired around here, and it's doesn't look like there were a large number of shots fired, just kind of one or two here and there, and the scratch marks are so small and insignificant that most people would just never notice.
Yeah, I'll point that out to my friends and say, yeah, this is, it's subtle, which, Drow sort of known for the subtlety in many things. Not all things, but, some things.
Mhm.
I wonder why they would... Oh, no, I just had a horrible idea. What if people are being taken and turned into autonomous, folks like yourself, Warden, but against the will? Like Cybermen.
No.
And I don't know how many people would want to do what I did, just for someone else's gains, it seems.
Yeah, but what if the being captured and knocked out by these Drow weaponry and then given to the tower and turned into these, and that's why they don't have the as much of the brain and the personality as you do, because they need to be controlled Oh my.
He'll nod.
I could be totally wrong, but
I like this theory.
I think you're on the right path.
Me too.
well, let's go watch a band.
Well,
You know what?
our work
Chester.
here is done.
Take an
I can hear him
inspiration.
playing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Here's my.
I'm
I think I already had one.
I'm liking your dot joining that's going on here.
Oh. Well, now I don't like it.
But yeah, this is the first of kind of a handful of the sites that you were pointed towards. There were kind of only 3 or 4 others because this is just they were only aware after a certain point that these sorts of things were happening, and by the time they'd found out, they then started to gather more evidence, and it's like, well, we found out when 3 or 4 people had gone missing, but by that point 10 had already gone missing.
And they were random too, which is, well, random. Should we go to another one, do you think?
I think so.
All right.
Okay.
Walk this way.
You head across town. This one, you can see there is a kind of small barricade almost has been set up in front of a house. So it very clearly, and for the sake of ease, you were told this person was last seen going into their house and presumably kidnapped from their house. And the barricades have kind of been set up to stop the general public from heading inside.
Chester doesn't hesitate and just sort of goes, bypasses, tries to get in.
Yeah, there's no one around kind of guarding it or anything. It's just like those kind of small wooden blocks and fence posts almost that often get put up when they're trying to hold off a crime scene.
Also, he'll quite often do the trick of looking like you're important on important business, and
Oh,
people
yes.
will leave you alone.
Exactly. You head inside the house, and there's kind of immediately more sign of a struggle here. But once again, can everyone give me some investigation checks? Let's see what we can pick up.
Hell yeah.
Right down the middle.
Ah,
Gotta love no linger.
Warden's just distracted today is all.
Just like
Warden's
be for real.
currently trying to put the eye in where his eye already is.
It's really.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you be so mean to him?
Did I just put it in? Well, technically, I think my right eye is artificial. Can I put this eye in my right eye socket? Maybe.
You could connect it. It might not function fully yet, though.
Can we have Volo take out his other eye?
Yes.
T
You
spoilers.
You do got to get it
Yeah.
all connected up properly. But we can say you've been doing that while you've been walking through the city. Just kind of like disconnect, quick connect, and I'll figure out the rest later.
Yeah. I'll take care of it once we have some more downtime.
Like, it works as an eye, but getting it properly integrated and working fully is what will take a minute or two.
Yeah, if you need any help with that, Warden, please just let me know. I love eye
See, just-
stuff.
Oh
What
my
do you mean by
God.
that? What could he possibly
He
need?
hates eye stuff. Maywood hates eye
I don't. I just don't really like the thought of things poking in the eye. Call me
Yeah.
crazy. Like the one that always gets me is Picard with the at the beginning of First Contact, where he's got the needle going in his eye, and you could see his eye sort of indent a little bit. That's the worst one.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why whenever I put in my contacts, I'm always like, I'm not showing. I do that because also my husband doesn't like to watch me touch my eyeball with my finger.
Yeah.
He's like, ugh. So
Fair enough.
I've just gotten used to like completely covering myself when I do eyeball things.
But yes, even with a 13, you can see the house is in reasonably good condition from the looks of it. There's one or two pieces of kind of upturned furniture here and there. It looks like the table's been smashed, a chair's been kicked over. The actual state of the house, it looks like it's well lived in and regularly cleaned, but interestingly, kind of almost spanning the back wall from the ceiling to the floor is a large web.
Hmm. Well, I answered shit, and he's just gonna give it a little pluck. Yeah.
Odors.
Is there a basement?
Give me another investigation check. Or perception. Your choice.
Okay. Well, that'll be a 20 if it's perception.
And before I do what I did to my Spelljammer group 2 weeks ago, where one of them went upstairs, thought the bed was a mimic, tried to leave, the door was a mimic, and the others downstairs blew up a crate thinking it was a mimic, it was just a crate. They saw a rug covering a trapdoor, so they moved the rug, and the rug was a rug of smothering. Because they kept joking about everything being mimics, so I put mimics in. That's what happens. I wasn't originally intending to. But yes, looking around Chester, you can't see signs
Oh my God,
of
I
a...
can't see. Oh.
You can't see signs of a trapdoor or anything that would lead to a basement or a doorway that leads to stairs down. What you can see, however, is there is a rug, and I'm now nervous that I told you
Wow.
guys about that before, but yeah, I promise it's not. There's a rug.
I promise there's no rug of smothering here in this room.
Which, for some strange reason, seems to have been placed kind of in the corner of the room. It's kind of almost been hastily... The side of it's almost kind of rolled up against the wall in a way, and you can see the floorboards where the rug clearly had been previously, because they're a ever so slightly different colour to the rest of the floorboards, because the rug's just clearly been there for quite some time.
Alright, well, he will go over and move the rug.
You move the rug, and the rug of smother... No.
God damn it, Mitch.
You move the rug, and as you do, two of the floorboards kind of rattle a little bit, like they had been loosened or removed and placed back.
Alright, well, it's just, and he's going to explain as he starts trying to pull up floorboards. It's just that quite often Drow, hand in hand with underground, so they're going to be kidnapping people. They're not going to take them into the sky, are they?
Okay, but imagine how terrifying Sky Drow would be.
Yeah.
Oh man. Instead of coming from below, they come from above.
Yeah. We should also beware of Chud. Are y'all familiar with Chud?
No.
The
Shut.
cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers?
No.
Yes.
I don't think I want to go under. Well, I used to live underground, but not like where the Drow are. It's just.
I want to be where the Drow are.
No, I don't.
So you were sort of a HUD then.
No, I didn't eat other people.
That's why I said HUD and not Chud.
Oh yeah. I was a human underground dweller.
Exactly.
Is that what that stands for? Should I just like pull that out of my ass? That's amazing.
Tracks.
I'm amazing. Okay. Sorry.
Agreed. Pulling board.
Thank you.
I disagree.
Understandable.
just
Have a
kidding.
nice day. No.
But yes, you can see, as mentioned previously, what would you guys like to do?
Pull aboard.
And no, ending the campaign here is not an answer that I will accept.
Who would have said that?
You did you say you're pulling up one of the boards?
Yeah, I just want to see if I have a crowbar.
Okay.
I thought I did.
You
I do
pick
have a
up
crowbar, so
you pick up
if
the
needed.
floorboard, and the floorboard of smothering comes to life.
No! Oh my god!
Um,
Not again.
You pick up the floorboard, and you can see there seems to be a few of them have been removed, but even with just the one out of place, there seems to be a somewhat hastily constructed ladder, which seems to lead very, very far down into a very deep hole that you cannot see the bottom of.
Well, this is interesting.
Your sky dives down the hole. No, I'm joking.
She's got that double upgraded glide armor.
She's like, she looks into the hole while Chester's looking into it. She's like, wow, that is a deep hole. She's trying to like scream to get the echo. You know?
Whilst looking into Chester's hole.
No, looking at. I hate you, Midge.
I'm not Donald Ducking it, despite the hairy legs.
Thank God, right? All right.
Yeah, the hello echoes down into the darkness and does not echo back up.
Deep hole.
Yeah, that is interesting. He's gonna pull out a. You know what? I got rid of all my copper pieces. When do you have a copper piece I can borrow for a second?
I think I have that.
And when I say borrow, I mean I'll give it back because I'm gonna throw it in the hole and see if we can tell how deep it is. Give or take.
I don't have a copper piece, but I have a silver piece you can have.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's drop it in the middle there. Let's see if we can get a rough idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I like how Sharts has dropped silver piece, which is exactly what you did.
I sure did.
Drop the silver piece, and you watch it just into the darkness. You listen for a minute. No sound.
My.
And then the dragon emerges. I have done that one before. That's good fun. Someone dropped something down a hole and they were like, oh, I guess it's not. And the dragon came flying up and they were like, oh.
All right. Well, we should probably go down there, right?
You're going to get the silver piece back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It'll be interesting if anything, a story to tell. Maybe it's not that far. It was just like a globe of silence prevented it. Yeah, that's it.
Mira looks at Warden and is like, do you think we should go in the hole? What if we get lost and we can't find Linger again?
Well, I'm a bit of an amateur cartographer, so I should be able to find our way out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Ooh.
Difficult, lemon, difficult.
Right. Can I get my eye connected first so I have night vision just in case?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
We could probably
Warden's
come
just
back
like-
with Linger.
I'm going in.
More than 6 going dark.
Lower him down.
It's like I just maybe I'm
Lower me down
apprehen-
slower. I'm scared of heights.
Maybe I'm apprehensive because that guy that just suddenly got internal bleeding in a fucking cave recently in
Oh.
Turkey. You didn't hear about this?
I
No.
didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, there was this
My Turkish cave news is
Yeah. He's an American cave expert, and he was going
Oh,
down
that's his
into the-
problem. He's not a Turkish cave expert.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
American cave expert, and he was going down into this cave into Turkey, and all of a sudden he started like throwing up blood and stuff, and they're like, he has internal bleeding. They had to send like a doctor down there to like keep him alive and stuff, and
Jeez.
then
Had
they pulled him
intercal
out. Yeah,
bleeding?
intercal bleeding. Yeah, it was wild. I only heard it was on like NPR or something, so that's
Damn.
how I mean, and on like Associated Press, which are the
Is he okay? Like, when
yeah, he
this happened?
lived. Yeah, he totally lived. He's like in an ICU in Turkey, but they pulled him out via on like a stretcher. Like they like, and he like came out like vertical. And he talked immediately, so he's fine. They just don't know why all of a sudden he started having like internal bleeding because he didn't get injured, like he didn't fall or anything. He just started barfing blood. And we've all been there. You know what? I bet you it was his gallbladder.
Hmm?
No,
On that note,
I only say that because I threw up blood right before my gallbladder came out of my body. So anyway,
down the hole we go? Question mark? What's the worst that can happen?
oh wait, no, we want to get Warden's eye
Yeah.
first.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do that. How can we help?
How can we help your eyeball, Warden?
These fingers are very dexterous. If that'll
Yeah.
aid in any way.
should I just roll like with my Tinker's kit, Mitch?
Yes.
We have to get this enhanced by a professional.
Or is that, you said I need a professional?
Nope.
Okay.
You are a professional.
Where is my thing? It's somewhere around here. Here it is. Oh, it's Smith. No, it's Tinker's tools. There it is.
I will
should I
say
roll
this will
with-
be kind of over the process of a short rest. So it will be Warden's doing this for about an hour or so.
All right.
That's.
Sure.
I think that's.
What am I rolling with?
Basically just a Tinker's tool check, so it would be D20 plus proficiency.
It's asking me to roll with strength or one of my.
Oh. Then
Dex,
Dex.
perhaps.
Okay.
No, intelligence.
No.
So I already got a soft 20.
There you go. As
My
the
eye is
harmonica man
back.
passes by the
Yeah, I
house.
hear him. Oh, he's probably
Um,
in town with the band.
Oh yeah.
You get the eye slotted in, connected up. It takes a fair bit of tinkering, a little bit of adjusting. But after a while, you do manage to get to a point where you can now basically toggle on and off dark vision.
Yeah.
So it's not like a passive dark vision, it is active, so it will have to be turned off when you leave the darkness. But you can, it's this very strange feeling at first when you activate it and you can feel the lens slide in. But and again, similarly, because one eye is kind of seeing normal and one eye is seeing in dark vision. And probably like the second part of this hour is adjusting how your vision works so that they kind of almost, these two images almost overlap in a way, so that you're getting kind of one singular vision instead of almost looking at, when you're looking at like VR on a computer but not wearing the headset and you've got the two separate. And you guys can see as Warden kind of turns to look at you, the right eye is, the pupil is almost entirely glowing this very faint but yellow color, like a torch, but it's not kind of casting out any light. So when you're in darkness, there will be the faintest glow from his eye, but not enough that something would actually notice it. It's just for flavor. I'm not that much of a dick. He's not got like a
Also like
headlight.
Splinter Cell.
You have dark vision, but it's headlights.
That would be fucking funny. I mean, it would be terrible, but also
He already
kind of
has
hilarious.
disadvantage on stealth. This would just be
Alright,
auto
guys,
failing.
I'm ready to go.
He's just like
Let's go, guys.
clunk, 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 headlights lighting the way.
You just
Wow,
ask
Warden.
Mitch,
Yeah.
You like my eye?
Yeah,
I love
looks
it.
good. Yeah.
Mitch, who's your least favorite player? Definitely not Warden, says Mitch as he gives Warden all the disadvantages.
Yeah, no. It's
Also,
fine.
Mitch, can we have a break
I
now?
was just about to, which is why I also made this a short rest. Yes, we are also above table going to take a short rest, so we'll see you back here in an hour. No, we're using variant rules. Short rest, 10 minutes for us, but an hour for the characters.
Yeah.
Art imitates life, basically.
Exactly. So yes, we will see you back here shortly. Break screen. Boom. Well, we're back.
Oh, good.
We'll get a warning that time.
Yeah, fuck. Are you ready? We're back, so
Exactly.
fucking hope so.
So, you guys are currently in the house. I know I've already switched to a map, but just ignore that.
I switched
You're
to
in
a
the
map,
house.
but I hope that you will choose to ignore this map.
You've pried up the floorboards. The ladder is before you, and Warden now has one eye of dark vision. What would you guys like to do?
Do you think we can make it down the hole and back up before the band plays? Because I know how much you want to see them.
Quick,
Yeah, really
20
wanna
minutes
see
in and
them.
out.
A quick adventure, 20 minutes in and out. Mira's just, I don't think Mira wants to see the band. I think it's very evident that Mira is very committed to the idea of dressing up to see this band, because perhaps Mira does not dress up to go out very often. So she feels like maybe she could, look cute. Not that she doesn't look cute, because she's decreasing in size every moment. Hello.
I think if we put our minds to it, we can get there and back again. Just like a certain hobbit I know.
What's a hobbit? What's
It's like
Tolkien
like
Estate
like
wants to know your location.
yeah. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh god, they're here. They're here.
It's spelled with one B, first of all.
Christopher Tolkien ascends from your rafters. Jumps on your throat. I'm so sorry.
I guess one question is, who wants to go first?
Right. I bought it.
All right.
Dark
I
Souls
will,
the ladder and slides down.
I'll go second.
And I'll go last, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Also, Christopher Tolkien is dead, and I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. Tolkien's dead.
Just, I believe that this has already been addressed, but Mira, you do have your mage armor on?
I do. I have
All
it
right,
on.
you know.
I'm all.
Yeah, Linger
you're,
told her to that morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, no, it was when you started following the tiefling. Linger put hers on. Amira was like, yes.
Yeah. I like it in this game because we're just able to say, and I put it on every morning, and that's fine. But if you're playing Baldur's Gate, you cannot say that, and then you get into combat and you're like, fuck. And that's why you should multi-class into fighter for everything.
Okay. You all descend the ladder. It takes a long time to descend this ladder. It goes down very, very far until eventually you come into what seems to be just this single long cavern. Let's switch to the spooky music instead, because the intense music is a little too intense.
It's so intense.
And we'll turn it down a tiny bit. There we go. Yes, you come out into this long cavern from the looks of it. You can see kind of from your position, there's almost this kind of like short cliff's edge in a way to your left. And other than that, it just seems to continue on straight. You can see there are a number of large, small, all shapes and sizes, cobwebs. Can everyone give me a perception check, please?
I feel like we're playing Strahd now, like with this fucking organ music.
My Strahd playlist is fantastic.
I
But
believe
I won't
that.
use it right now because it's full of copyright stuff from when I was doing my home game. So
Yo,
much Dark
Soft
Souls
20,
music.
All right.
Soft 20,
14.
baby. You should send that to me because I think I might end up running Stroud sometime next year.
I have so many tips.
Yeah, give them all to me.
Also, how-
Main
Also, I
tip.
forgot to ask
Yes,
how far does my dark vision go?
that's a very good question. It is 60 feet.
Okay. I'll add that to my
Yes,
thing.
main tip. Don't fucking do it.
Oh, okay,
I'm just
good.
kidding. I love it. Curse of Strahd is fantastic. It's just a lot of work. If you want it to be amazing, it can be a lot of work. Fortunately, people on Reddit have put a lot of stuff together to help you through.
I want it to be just okay. I also hate DMing because I'm just not good at it, if I'm being honest.
Just remember that Strahd is very smart.
Oh, never. I can't do this game then. Because I'm very.
There are so many, like, posts on Reddit of all of these, like, military tactics that you can just use
What the
for Strahd. Some of them involve invisibly or ethereally teleporting in combat units of skeletons and zombies using his nightmare
I got
steed.
this. Hold on.
Chester gonna push a button on his dagger and turn it into a rapier, since this looks dangerous.
Excellent.
Focus on me.
What is
There we
this?
go.
Oh my god,
Amazing.
you brought this up again.
Guerrilla warfare and special forces.
Last time we streamed, you brought this in.
I
I
have
gotta
the
show
art
off
of
my-
war
I'm
somewhere.
gonna show off my military surplus, like crazy finds, okay?
So, with your 20, Mura.
She finds the coin.
Yes, she does indeed find the coin.
Nice.
You also,
Thank you.
Mura,
Mira!
can see, or just off in the distance, kind of through the cobweb that stretches across before you,
Big web.
for a brief second, you could have sworn in the distance there was like a blue flash or something. And as you're kind of looking around and focusing, you can also see, wrapped up in a number of these cobwebs are several cocooned bodies from the looks of the shapes of them.
Oh my god, there's bodies here!
Oh.
Hmm.
I see them, they're cocooned.
Do I have all my
What?
spells?
That does not bode well.
It doesn't.
Silver lining.
This is
Go ahead.
still too intense. Let's go for this.
Silver lining, we may have found some of the missing people. Mhm.
Yeah, maybe they're being preserved.
For future generations, yeah. All right, well, you know what? Why don't I pluck one of these webs? Or does it look like we can get by a web without just touching one?
This first one kind of stretches vertically
Yeah.
in front of you, like a curtain almost. Just very hard to represent on a 2D map.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll just be a line. All right, so why don't I give it a pluck, and then if a giant spider comes running, we near the lattice still. At least.
Mm.
All right, everyone, good your loins, and then we'll give a little pluck.
Okay.
Why would I have to web though?
You pluck the web. Nothing seems to happen.
All right, so far so good.
Then the web of smothering.
No.
Oh.
All right, well, I guess that begs the question. If we wish to proceed, we could try to cut our way through, or there is the fire option.
Fire?
Fire burn web.
Hmm.
Okay, I think that would be fine. And move here. I think we could fire it. That's fine.
All right.
fired.
I
The
have.
web disappears.
Okay, so I'll prestidigitate lighting a small candle, aka lighting a small corner of this web.
I'll allow it.
Or a small spark it can make, which he will try to,
Mhm.
Yeah.
The web starts to smolder and catch.
Pretty.
Before
Hey.
slowly burning away.
All right, well, let's have a look at this body here.
Yeah, let's investigate some bodies. Body investigation.
It is thoroughly wrapped up in the cocoon as you approach. It's going to murder the beautiful butterfly.
Oh!
Which would also be quite
Don't-
terrifying. It is like
Don't tell
kind
that
of
to Mira. She'll want to keep it.
human-sized from the looks of things.
A human-sized
Nice.
butterfly.
He's gonna take his dagger out and try to peel away
Mhm.
from the body.
Okay.
Like opening a package wrapped in plastic wrap.
You,
Not environmentally safe.
how much are you peeling away?
I figure he'll start to the head so he can get a load of
Okay.
the face and then work his way down and then examine as he goes.
So starting with the head, seems to be a female human. This kind of dirty, ratty brown hair, which is now covered in grossness. Quite kind of slim, slender features. The eyes are closed, and as you carry on making your way down, you can see where like one arm has kind of been awkwardly twisted in from being wrapped up. You can see on her right forearm is a leather bracer. And as you kind of carry on cutting your way through, she's wearing kind of this like dark green, quite almost simple, like adventuring leathers in a way. Like kind of simple leather armor. No sign of any weapons or anything. And just kind of a standard pair of traveling boots.
Interesting. Well, I'll check her pockets for clues. Yeah, not at all looking for golds, just clues.
You go through the pockets. There is 5 gold pieces in one pocket. In the other, there is a kind of crumpled up piece of parchment.
Okay, as he's opening the parchment, he'll sort of, here you go, Mia, 2 gold. Here you go, Warden, 2 gold. I will have 1 gold, and I will read this note.
Thank you.
The note just says at the top, there's just an E, and then it says, investigate the house, disappearance recently. And at the bottom, U. Just the letter U.
You know what's not great when you're doing an investigation of somewhere and you find the previous investigator dead?
Not great at all, huh?
No. I'm sure we're much better than them, though. Look at that. Look at the armor. Leather. Whew.
Mira touches her chest where there is no armor.
I'm wearing studded leather armor. No studs at all.
No studs. Lame.
Yeah.
So lame.
Yeah, and rest in peace, of course.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to take a mental snapshot of this person so I can let somebody know that what they look like, I guess. Shall we go deeper? We have to go deeper.
We must go deeper.
Shall I lead the way?
Boing.
I think it's a good idea. For you to lead
Yes,
the
yes.
way.
I'll go behind.
Okay. The next few webs are more navigatable. They kind of cover like half or 3/4 of this corridor almost. And you can either kind of cut your way through, burn your way through, or just kind of try and sidestep around them. But as you get close, you can see there's kind of like there is hanging from one of them is kind of the lower half of skeleton, effectively, with the top half on the floor underneath the spider web. And you can see as well, just over the lip of this wall, essentially, you can see another skeleton somewhat further down.
Is it anything or just bones?
Just bones.
Only bow.
No bones about it. Alright, well, keep moving forward. Can I roll like a just a quick like perception check? Just looking out for like traps or anything. Only a 10.
Doesn't seem to be trapped as you step on the pressure plate.
Well, I mean, if it's not trapped.
If it's not trapped, it's not trapped, baby.
The fact that there's a fresh body and bones probably means this has been happening for a while.
Indeed. Takes a long time for a body to decay.
How fresh can bones be?
Trying to think of a joke for that question.
Good luck.
We better continue. It might take too long.
Right. Yeah, go up to this body.
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Oh boy.
13.
What a fun question to ask.
11.
Right.
Where is that listed? Oh, I
I would just
see.
love to hear that.
14. I'm with the boy.
Very good.
Oh no, I have the highest passive perception. I have a feeling. Oh no.
Oh, there it is. 13.
Okay. Yeah, so Warden, you head over to the body.
Yeah, and I'll start cutting it out.
This one seems to be quite similar to the first one you found. It's kind of like a half-elf male, short-cropped hair. Again, kind of similar, dark green, adventuring leathers. Similarly, also has a bracer on the right forearm.
Yeah. Sorry, knocked something over.
That's kind of like
For a second,
clutched
I
to
thought
his
you realized
chest.
something.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, I didn't realize anything. I think Mira does notice that they have like the same, like, wow, look, they both have bracers, but I think that's as far as the extent of her knowledge goes.
And what was clutched to his chest, Mitch?
That arm where the bracer is kind of like crossed across
okay.
his chest
Yeah.
almost.
And is it the same bracer?
Looks to be. Similar enough.
So yeah,
Maybe we all should get matching braces.
I love that this is what has come from that. We need matching braces.
I also want to bring everyone's attention to the fact that I got this sad backstory D&D merit badge pin at DragonCon because it's fitting for Mira. The end. Thank you. Everyone needed to see that. Mira's like, yeah, I think so. I mean, matching bracers would be cool. Do you think that we could get Linger in on that? Like, maybe not matching bracers, but maybe matching bracelets, like friendship bracelets, and
Now
they
you're
all have
talking.
like maybe we each have like 4, and each one says our name on it, you know? So like, or we have 3, and I have like a warden and a Linger and a Chester, and I guess 4 because I gotta have a rep, right?
You gotta have a rip.
You gotta have a rep.
That's a t-shirt. All right, well.
As this discussion is happening, you all feel a very slight, almost like a puff of wind, and you hear a brief skittering sound from behind you.
I'm not a fan of that.
Oh no.
Yeah, skittering. Not my favorite sound.
What was that? Mira just like whips her head around a couple of times.
Mira whips her head around.
Oh,
You can
great.
see, Mira, as you whip your head around, a large blue and white spider just menacingly looming towards Mira. Would you
No,
like to roll initiative?
I don't want to.
Good thing I went ahead to, protect.
Yeah.
Mira, protect us.
One
Oh my
of
gosh,
my favorite
dogs-
monsters in this game.
My dogs are
yeah, it's
so
fun.
upset.
That's an 8. That's an 8.
That's a 12. Hi Panda.
15.
I'm fine. I know I screamed, but it wasn't because I was scared.
I like that Pandora came to check on you.
Yeah, while she is not like an emotional support dog by training, she's an emotional support dog by nature. When I cry, Pandora, and I'm in the house, Pandora will like literally come to wherever I am and like jump on me and start licking my tears.
She just likes tears.
Yeah. Mother, give me
She'll
the
go
sick
anywhere.
Chester, it
Does
is
that work?
your turn with Mura up next.
All right. I think seeing such a giant spider near Mira, he's going to leap into action with his new weapon that allows him to jump his walking distance.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's the gem from last time that I didn't pick until the mid-session. One that let me jump really far. So, he's about mid-air here, and then he's going to cast Blade Mirage.
The
Ooh.
mid-air
See,
casting.
Mid-air casting.
Hell yeah.
And suddenly there's a bunch of blades flying around him.
Chester coming for that anime king crown.
They're not real blades, unfortunately, but they look real unless, well, you could read the description there. It would have to use its action to do an investigation. But that does give me advantage on my attack, which is nice, which he will attack with his rapier. And advantage for a crit, which
Damn.
is nice.
Crap.
Chester opening up with a crit on the sneak attack because you had advantage.
And that'll be, oh wait, I forgot what that'll be then.
So you maximize the first set of dice and you roll the second. So with your rapier, for example, you have 8 plus a d8 and then sneak attack,
8 plus a d8.
which is also
so
similar.
2d6. Oh, you know what? He also, since and I very rarely get to use this because I guess I don't roll well in initiative.
Oh yes, you have the bugbear ambusher thing, don't you?
Yeah, so that's another 2d6.
Jesus. And because they're rolled, they get affected by a crit. Hey. Rip well, phase spider.
Yeah, I might. Okay, so that's... Oh god, you know how I am with math. So would that be 8 plus 12 plus 12? And then plus my rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
So 32 plus your rolls. So 37 plus 18.
What the fuck?
I'm good at this now.
All right.
Warden's just
I'm gonna
like, well,
do
you don't need me
5.
anymore.
I'm gonna do 5 damage, I promise.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's-
plus
I am so proud.
37 plus 5 is 43.
Yes. 43 points
Math.
of damage. Because what's even the point in having enemies? Am I right?
Yeah.
That was scary.
As it just curls up around the blade.
I got some new tricks up my sleeves.
Does that end Chester's turn?
Is
Yeah.
it dead?
It looks pretty damn dead.
Huh.
Oh, I think we're done.
Does that
Are we
end Chester's
done?
turn?
It does, yes.
Okay. Mira, what would you like to do?
Is the spider dead?
Looks like it.
All right. Well, I guess the spider is dead. And yet we are still in combat. I don't know what to do. If this, I'll move, like 6 feet, I guess. Here. In fact, and then I decide to move back. Jeez Louise.
God, I love phase spiders.
I'm
How they phase in and out and appear right beside you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold an action in case another enemy comes. And if they appear, I'll Eldritch Blast them. But I'm just gonna hold since the spider looks dead. It's another enemy or this spider, I assume. So
Okay.
yeah.
Warden, what would you like to do? Imagine if I'm just doing all this just to screw with you guys, and then the minute Warden
I feel like
finishes
you
what he's doing, I'm
are.
like, combat over.
I feel like you might be. That's why I didn't use a spell because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang by Mira and just hold an action to
Okay.
attack if any more appear.
Okie dokie.
Does anyone else feel like there might be more?
Yeah, I'm sure we're fine.
Bu- 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 bu. There is another brief rush of air, and as another blue and white spider appears, you can
Yo.
see staring towards Chester.
Ah,
And then it will use its action to dash. Because it couldn't quite get far enough the first time. There we go.
And
it's eating my head.
my held action goes off,
It does indeed.
which would be Eldritch Blast.
If Mura also does like 48 damage, I'm ending the campaign here.
Well, Mura can't do that.
Rogues with crits are nasty. 16 hits.
Great. 7 damage. Yeah, Mira can't do that. There's like nothing. I can't do anything to even compete with that. Holy shit.
You can do another Eldritch Blast because you are level 6.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
How many Warlocks have you played?
I almost. I don't even want to talk about it. I
The laugh
currently
just
play-
then from Ethan told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, I currently play 3 warlocks. I have yeah, I play 3 warlocks and a druid right now and an arcane archer.
But yes, 22 will hit.
Garbage. Sorry. 5.
Another 5 damage. Excellent.
You're not allowed to laugh at that, Ethan. That's not funny. You can't make fun of me for being bad at playing my favorite class.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Speaking of America, it's Chester's turn.
Wait, Warden had a held action.
Well, I'm
too.
Canadian. How dare you?
What was the held action though? Wasn't it
To attack if one appeared.
right? And it's not in range. You hold the action, not the movement.
Okay.
Wah.
Unfortunately.
So I can't use my crossbow?
Oh yeah, you have a crossbow. My bad.
How dare you, Mitch? How dare you assume
He
that this man
never
doesn't have
uses
ranged
the crossbow.
options?
He just walks
Yeah.
at stuff
hold
and
on.
stabs it.
Oh, man,
I
you're
forgot as well.
Sometimes. Arm crossbow.
This man does not have a ring.
Arm crossbow. Chink.
I now feel very bad. It misses, unfortunately.
Damn, this new ice throwing me off.
Yeah. You're not even sure if there's one phase spider or 2. You're like, are there supposed to be 2 of them?
I also
What
have
a
to
damn
say,
you.
I hate your little dead icon with like the cracked skull that's frowning. That makes me
It's
so
not
angry.
my icon, it's Shard's icon. I can't change
Shard, I
it.
hate it.
He's sad.
He's so stupid looking.
Chester.
A little bit. It's not its turn, or its turn was getting
Its
to me.
turn was getting to you. It used its
Oh,
bonus
okay.
action to phase shift.
Gotcha. Alright. Oh shoot! I just rolled damage. That's
Very premature
do
of
it.
you.
Roll damage after. All right. Should I go for the crit? See if I can get it. No. Okay. So 25, and the damage was 9. See? So back to the old chest on that one.
God, it's just I was like, I looked at that original day. I mean, we have a rogue in Ethan's game too, and it's the same thing. When it crits, it's like a nightmare.
Yeah, when it
And
goes,
plus
it just goes.
Yeah.
It-
And I'm not doing any more rogue levels, so that's probably the most I'll ever do is that one there. Yeah, so 9 damage.
Cool.
And then bonus action disengage.
The best rogue
Oh.
action.
Alright. There's a chat. There's another one. You know what? He will stand here though. Yeah, and that'll be me.
Excellent. Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. What was I gonna do before?
I like that these guys don't have a whole bunch of hit points and don't do a whole bunch of damage, because then you could just throw a whole bunch of them at people.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use one of my new 2nd level spells called Stardust. You evoke a burst of brilliant particles of force energy. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Out in a sweeping 30-foot cone originating from yourself. Creatures in the radius take 3d4 force damage, and the next roll has advantage. So, I'm gonna like
Nice.
move.
Does creatures not then capture both Warden and Chester, because it's not creatures
Well,
of your
if I-
choice, it's just creatures?
If I move, it doesn't. I'm
cone.
here, right?
Oh,
If
it's
I
a
move
cone.
in
Sorry, I
front-
thought it was a
Yeah.
I misread that.
If I was gonna move like in front of Warden and then
No, that's absolutely fine then. I literally just did not see the word cone. I just saw sweeping out in a 30-foot radius and was like, I mean, okay.
I
Ow.
guess if you just want to kill your friends,
I mean, that's what the cone spells are for, right?
I mean, you do
Yeah.
have meta magic, but I don't know if you have careful spell.
I don't. That's my next meta magic take.
Nice.
No, I have quickened spell, which is and twin spell, which is one of my favorite.
Excellent. So Mura poops stardust.
No, she shoots stardust.
Oh, they just
Cast
take
spell.
damage. Damn. Hell
Oh
yeah.
fuck! Thanks, Kibbles.
It's like it's a second level magic missile, but with advantage. It can't be upscaled from the looks of it, so I guess that's the balance.
Yeah, and whoever's turn it is next
Ooh.
has advantage.
Ooh, I nearly did 8 damage to Mura because I was reading the spell from her sheet and it
God.
had her sheet up. Stardust damage 8. Boom.
And then she'll move back.
Cool.
You got maybe not that close to the edge, but
The
She's like-
spider reels back. It is now kind of shrouded in starlight. And it's just the front legs are waving out. It's doing that.
starlight, rainbow bright, in the moonlight.
And it's Warden's turn.
And you have advantage.
Nice.
Fucking go.
Let's fucking go, baby!
All right. Yeah. Hit him with sword.
Hit sword with advantage. Do again.
Low Whirlers Club. There we go.
I wore that hat to dinner last night
Nice.
because I felt like I was having a little.
Roll damage. Even though I think your
Hell
bonus is enough to kill it. It
Oh,
was.
baby.
As Warden just bisects the next spider.
Let's go, baby.
All right, and I'm going to move back over here and just end my turn.
Okay.
Stay by my friends. Keep them safe.
Alright, well, surely that was the last one. Whew, what a fight that was.
Definitely seems like combat is over.
Surely, right? I mean, how many more could there be?
What would you guys like to do? Oh, they've vanished.
Yeah, because they're dead.
Okay,
They
they vanished then, I
phased out.
guess.
They
What would you guys like to do?
I guess they phase out when they die.
I'm gonna
Hey,
create
are there any?
a boss monster phase spider so that I can say it has 3 phases.
Are we out of combat?
Seems like it.
Oh, okay.
Ignore the map though, the phase spiders are still there.
Okay.
If you wanted
Are
to
there
do
any?
anything with the bodies.
Are there any ley lines here? I really wish I'd remember to do this when I'm in combat. So maybe I'll have to make a sticky note.
Let me double check Mura's ley line ability. Because I think you can just see them.
Yeah, I can just sense. You can sense the presence of every ley line within 1 mile of location. If you have line of sight of the
Oh.
light itself, it's visible to you in some obviously magical fashion way.
Interesting. Then.
Magical fashion.
You can sense a ley line. Not
Ooh,
here,
there's a ley line.
below
Oh.
you, over the edge of the cliff.
I go to
Oh.
the cliff.
If you look down, you can see it's kind of like a 15-20 foot drop. And it's not in a way that it's illuminating what you cannot see, but you can see this ley line almost streaking through and around this large area, like a river almost.
Whoa, there's a cool ley line here.
Seeing as it's visible, can I might be able to just do it like this. Bam, you can't see it anyway, I think, because of fog regions. It just means that when you reach an area where the ley lines are, you'll see them, I think.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
There we go. And a little sneak peek at my desk, because I had to get in real close to draw that one. Do you guys, both of you who peered over the edge, you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe? I feel like I do. Oh my god. Yeah, I have dark vision.
If she didn't, Mira was real fucked for most of that fight, because it's not light in here. There's no lights.
Yeah, I got 60 feet of dark vision.
That's why
Sorry.
Warden installed his eye before you jumped down.
Sorry, I
but
only
yes.
have one character that doesn't have dark vision, and I never remember who it is.
With both
but-
of you having peered over.
It's Astrid, right?
It's Astrid, the human. Yeah, it's the human.
I was like, she doesn't have anything. Yeah,
She has nothing.
that's what I thought.
Except for a longbow, and that's all she needs. Really?
Pretty.
There you go.
She's
And that large blue line is a ley line as you see it kind of fading in and out, drawing all over my map. I remembered now that this entire time I could have drawn ley lines onto maps when you see them for you, and you wouldn't forget. But
if
yes,
I jump down this cliff, am I going to die?
it will definitely hurt. Can all of you give me an Arcana check?
Yes. 2.
13.
Linger would have been so good for this. Fortunately, Chester's heard songs and stories about Drow, and a lot of them point
Thank
to
God.
if there are Drow involved, which is now starting to seem more and more likely. Looking around this area you've been in so far, you don't see any obvious ways of kind of getting up or down the cliff outside of climbing. You do, however, know a lot of stories and songs which involve Drow being able to magically levitate.
Whoa!
Hmm.
Me
So,
We,
in the
Perhaps
past, so
they
confused
levitate
about-
up the cliff and down it. And potentially up the ladder, which begs the question why they have a ladder.
minions.
I missed this when I played a Drow. I didn't get to magically levitate. What the fuck?
Yeah, they get
What, then you
levitate at
can
like,
just do that?
I think it's
Fifth level?
fairy fire at 3rd level and levitate at 5th.
I was like level 10! What the fuck?
It would have just... were you using D&D Beyond? Because it would have just been passively added to you. Or Roll20,
we were
it would have just been
using-
passively added.
What's that thing I hate so much? It's like that software.
Oh, it's
Foundry.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a. Sorry to the Foundry fanboys. I hate it. It just does not. I think it works for some people. It does not work the way that my brain works.
It's fair.
Do we wish to go down this cliff? I do have a way that we could get down there, unless, of course, we could climb. But, you know, that sounds like work, and, you know...
It does sound like work. Yeah, I'm willing to get down there. Mirror gets ready to jump.
Like
Well,
a cat
that's
just starting
just
to
what-
lower down.
That's just what we're all going to need to do. Gather round, everyone.
We all get.
I guess this will be a bit of a trust exercise as well.
Oh God!
All right, everyone, on the count of 3, jump. And I will say I'm very tempted not to cast Featherfall and just let you, because that'd be kind of funny. However,
Don't we have a rope?
when they do,
Don't we have rope?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure we have rope.
Okay.
Yura jumps and her skirt like poofs out like Princess Peach's in Smash Brothers.
oh yeah. And then Chester casts Featherfall, so she doesn't die, and neither do the rest of them, ideally.
Yes, you all delicately drift down this 20 foot or so drop. And as you do, there's a faint bit of illumination which will allow you to see just this little bit extra
Ooh.
coming from through there. But as you drop down, you can see there's... for those of you who aren't used to these sorts of climates or areas, which is certainly probably all of you, these kind of strange plants and mushrooms that you've likely never come across before. You can see these large kind of twisting tree roots that have kind of breached in to this cavern area from the looks of it. But for the most part, whilst it's somewhat rough cave, it looks like these areas which have been hollowed out have been done so very efficiently and almost perfectly.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I like how Warden's just still up at the top of the cliff at the moment.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Jump.
Chester and Mura down there, and Warden's like, no,
I forget to move my mini a lot.
I'm good. Just watching them like, bye guys.
And the featherfall's gone. Okay, good
Guys,
luck,
I'm scared of
Leo.
heights. I'm scared of heights.
Oh no, I should have jumped with you hand in hand.
But yes, what would you like to do?
Do we hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Lucky 7.
Right there. 6 low rolls today. Jeez.
Yeah, you have been actually. Noticeably low roll.
Yeah. You said perception?
See.
Natural one!
765.
You get
We
inspiration.
Really got it.
I will take that.
So, there's that.
Yeah. I mean, Mira doesn't care. I don't care.
None of
Fuck
you
that.
hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
A little too quiet.
Hello! Does
Are you
that
calling out?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Unless somebody sees me, unless somebody sees Mira going to like shout, because she will put her hands.
Let's maybe not do that.
Oh. So no, I do not do that.
200 drow come flooding in. The entire forces of Benzabaranzan are here.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, so she does not
You
call
don't
out.
hear anything. With the exception of Mura hearing the faint tinkle of the ley lines as they drift around.
Just gonna sneak into this, peer around.
Give me a stealth check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 indeed. I'm just going to unfog this whole area to make my life a little bit easier, but obviously Chester can't see round corners. Kind of peeking around. Chester obviously can't see the large blue line that is ruining my map.
But I
But-
can.
He can see there is a large cluster of these kind of pinkish purple coloured aerocrystals from the looks of it. They seem to be glowing with an inner light, which is casting light around just a small area of this cavern. Even from this distance, given the fact that this is like a 10-15 foot cluster of the crystals, you can feel that they are charged. And I will... Your roll was a 20. You can see, just kind of stood... For most of it, they were obscured almost entirely by the cluster of crystals. But they're kind of walking around, looking at them, inspecting them. You can see almost entirely black leather, kind of poking out slightly from under a hood. You can see a little bit of what seems to be white hair. There's definite, as they kind of, you can see the shadow that's cast across them from the light of the crystal. You can see the hood kind of raises at 2 points, presumably elven ears. You can see there's a rapier at their side, and they seem to just be walking around the crystals, and then at a point they stop, turn to kind of the darkness that you can't really see around the corner, and start moving through a series of intricate hand gestures before returning to look at the crystals.
Ooh, Drow sign language. Let's go, baby.
Chester's going to, without moving back, he's going to sort of put his...
And Ethan's like, good thing I stopped Mira.
he's going to put his hands to his mouth, and he's going to cast a message, and just very quietly whisper into Warden's mind. There's a drow up here. He hasn't spotted me yet, but yeah, I'm not sure what we should do. If we're quiet, maybe I can get up to him and get a shot in.
He says there's a drow. I'm kidding.
Don't you fucking dare.
The intense clipping on that made that so much better as well.
Honestly. Oh my
He says there's a
I did see him signal to somebody or something. If we could capture one of these, we might get to the bottom of some things. That would be very nice. You can reply to this message.
I copy that. I will let Mira know. And yeah, I'll whisper that to Mira.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mira will be like, okay. I'll be quiet.
Thank you. Your discretion is appreciated.
Yeah.
Alright.
What are you guys doing?
Mira
then?
just like stays here.
That's a good question.
Waits for instruction from the clearly much smarter than her other people in this party.
Warden's like, we want to not move and be quiet, and Mira just...
Mira freeze.
Yeah, I especially don't want to move because I'm not stealthy at all.
No, you're not.
Warden, it's me again, Chester.
Go ahead.
We could
After like a
perhaps
minute
use
passes.
we
Nothing
could perhaps
happened.
use this sort of area here where I'm standing, and then that way they could only attack us one at a time. Ooh, I could call out in undercommon something to maybe get their attention over here.
Is this like a wall over here?
Yes.
Okay.
You can
I
see
will
where it's
at
kind of
least-
been knocked through, pretty much.
I'll go up and take cover behind the wall.
Give me a stealth check.
Here goes nothing.
Disadvantage from Splint. We've got to get him some of that mithril, am I right?
Ooh, so far so good.
So far, so good.
Oh.
Not so good.
That's the opposite of that.
But he
you get
gets an
advantage.
advantage. An
Yeah.
inspiration.
An inspiration.
Inspiration.
I like how both of us said the wrong thing and both went, no,
Wait, I get inspiration now, or
Yeah,
Yeah, you add it to your sheet, like you tick it off so you can.
Oh,
you can't
okay,
use it on the
right,
roll,
right,
but
right.
for getting in that one, you get the inspiration. Unfortunately, this isn't Baldur's Gate.
where did I mark that? Where's that?
He,
It's
for the
at-
most part,
at the
is
top.
Right up at the top.
Oh, I see.
doing-
Okay. Yeah.
pretty good at sneaking over.
was.
Unfortunately, as you get right up to where you were about to stop for the wall, the new eye that you've put in just kind of stutters a little bit. You lose the dark vision for a brief second. You feel your toe connect with one of the nearby rocks and you just kind of trip and slam into the wall. You don't know how loud it was, but you've certainly made some pretty hard impact with the wall.
Mira
Chester,
goes, oh!
Damn.
Chester, you see the clothed and hooded and definitely not a drow individual suddenly stiffen from behind the crystal and crouch down.
He's gonna yell out in Undercommon, who goes there?
You hate to see it.
Are you yelling it towards the drow?
Yeah,
I mean, not drow.
He's gonna yell into that into that cavern. We are the powerful drow. Stay away from. Oh, I guess he doesn't know they're a drow. Okay.
But you've
You
been
know what,
told,
he's
and
gonna
all the
use
signs
some-
so far point to it.
Yeah, he's gonna use some obvious deductive reasoning. We are the drow, and this is our realm. Be gone.
Are you shouting
again,
it
all
at the
in
other drow, or
Undercommon.
pretending that you're shouting this at the noise?
He's just gonna shout it and hope that
Okay.
the cave echoes make it confusing, as noises are underground.
I will
So they
say, give me a performance check for the echoes
Oh god.
and a deception check for the drow.
Oh god.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So 17 for the performance, and then deception. So that'll be 16.
Excellent. Insight checks. Cool. We'll put both of those on the same guy. Because it would make sense to. Chester, you see the drow that had crouched down behind the crystals start to kind of peer out. You get the sense this one has quite possibly been fooled by the echoes. You can
What?
hear it kind of echoing round the corner of this cavern. Before they are joined by a second one. This one, however, is not as stealthy as he thought he was. So it's fine that I just accidentally said there was a third one. You do see towards the back of this alcove, clearly attempting to be unseen, you watch as another one of these drow crouch down, creeps towards the back, and just starts to drift up towards the ceiling.
Fuck.
He's gonna whisper to Warden, there's 3 of them. They're looking this way now, but they're not rushing in.
Well, one's looking your way, and that's the one that was drifting towards the ceiling. The other two are kind of looking around, trying to figure out now where the noises have come from.
He's gonna back up sort of here, so that they would, if they do come, they'd have to come through there.
Mm-hmm. Might as well just get rid of this little bit of fog too. So yes, what would you guys like to do?
Cry.
Pray to Rip to bring Linger back.
That could also work.
As Mura, you can just see these ley lines twisting around.
You know what? Jester's going to sort of get where he can see in there again.
Mm-hmm.
And say, okay, I can create a distraction behind them, and maybe they'll turn their back, and then we can rush in. Get them from behind.
That is certainly a plan.
All right, Mira, come over here. He'll message so as to be extra quiet. Okay, I'm gonna create a distraction, and he'll point to this corner.
You did faintly hear, returning from the message, Mira going, no. But moving over. But yes, you are over there. What are you doing?
He's gonna point to this corner. Okay, I'm gonna create a distraction over here. And
He
then,
uses the
once that
throw
pops
voice
off,
Dragonborn shout.
basically, well, Duke
Hey,
the Mage
ugly.
Hand. And then once they're all looking that way, we can rush in and get them from behind.
Okay.
All right, get your spells ready. And then he's going to send his invisible mage hand out over here. It's got 60 feet, so
Okay.
should be plenty if these squares are accurate.
They are
And he's
indeed.
going to pick up one of these little rocks that weighs less than 10 pounds. About a 9-pound rock he's looking for.
Nice 9.5 pound rock.
9.5 pound rock. And then he's going to sort of pick it up and then just do like this with it, like bang it on the ground.
Okay. Cool. You watch as the two drow that were looking towards, or kind of looking around, I should say, because they didn't know. Immediately their heads turn to the source of the mage hand slamming the rock against the ground. From the shadows of the ceiling, you hear, and there's a crossbow bolt slams into the rock and knocks it out of the mage hand, but they are all now looking in that direction, wondering what it was.
All right. Chester jumping 30 feet.
Tales will be told of Chester the Flea.
Assuming his friends will follow. And I'm going to try to stab him.
Okay.
Going to try to stab him in the back.
Yeah.
When stop motion robot and the stream went down. Cool. Stream's down.
Oh.
But it's back.
Oh.
Stream's back. There we go. My internet cut. So I heard hit
14?
14 will not hit.
Okay, then I'm going to use my inspiration. That's what I said. If that doesn't hit, which I kind of didn't think it would. Okay, 19. That'll probably hit.
19 will
Oh.
hit, yes.
Okay, so then
As
he will
you-
do...
Swing towards it with the rapier, and there's a moment where it's almost similar to like Warden, where you've seen Warden react in ways like he can sense this blade coming towards him. This drow kind of turns around and almost deflects the rapier with their own, and you just manage to slip over the top of their blade and poke in at them.
then I
so that's a
do
total of 21
21.
damage.
Homage.
Incredible. So
and then-
as they kind of block it with their rapier, you just slip in straight into the throat, and the first drow goes down.
Oh, okay. And is this guy like up in the air?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna... Oh, wait, I used all my movement. Yeah, okay, so I'm done.
Yeah, he
Turn
is.
over.
He's about 30 feet up in the air. It's just, you can't show that on
No.
Shard, unfortunately. They need to add like a condition for levitating and
Why?
flying and stuff.
I used to
That
put it
shows
in the person's name because it was easy to change on Foundry, I might add.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Ouch.
Let me see,
Sorry,
pick
babe.
condition.
I'm just kidding. It
not
doesn't
my-
bother me.
It's not my thing.
Uh,
I
I'm just one of those people that's like, the way that I learn is how my brain works continuously, and I learned on Roll20.
There you go.
So.
Does that end Chester's turn?
Yes, sir.
Cool. The drow that you just killed is gonna use his turn to die. I guess.
Get dead, bitch.
Oh, maybe he will just say, remember, one of them alive would probably be nice.
The second one spins around, and as they do, they hold out their wrist similar to how you've seen Warden do before. And you watch as, from their wrist, 2 small crossbow arms fling out and a small crossbow bolt fires towards Chester.
No.
That is a natural 1.
Yeah, get hacked.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute, they're copying me. They can't copy me. That's illegal.
That's illegal.
And he, or they rather, because they are
Multiple.
hidden, unknown, kind of pirouette and reach out with their other forearm, and you see another similar crossbow bolt towards Chester with an 18 to hit.
Oh, I was going to shield, but that's as high as I can get with shield, so that will hit.
You take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, bro, I forgot about them.
Oh no.
Saving +0. I'm so sleepy. No, maybe not. 16.
16. A wave of lethargy washes over you, but you manage to stave it off with the adrenaline of battle. This buddy is gonna fire at Chestnut.
Oh god.
The old chestnut. That is 13 to hit.
Okay, that one I will shield.
Okay. And the
I don't
second
want to
bolt
get hit.
is 17 to hit.
Which with my shield will not hit.
As he fires 2 bolts, and you guys watch as they just bounce off this invisible arcane barrier. And across the ground in front of Chester, whose turn it now is.
Oh. Alright, shoot.
They rolled real good initiative, but they're also just one after.
Alright, he's gonna get over here underneath this one.
I didn't roll initiative. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It says
Wait,
9
I
next
moved
to you.
back. Oh.
Oh. That must have been from before.
And now Chester's has vanished.
Huh. You want me to roll again?
So re-roll your initiative, we'll do your turn, and then we'll do next time the order we have now.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know if we were sticking with what we.
You know what? I rolled the same thing. I'm pretty
Excellent.
sure.
Yeah, so we'll do Mura next, and then we'll just go back to... I'll figure it out. We'll see.
He's gonna get sort of under this guy a little bit and throw a couple of illusory darts at him. Oh wait, no, they're not. Well, that's what the spell is, but they're actually words. So it's gonna be, "Come down from here, you little shithead." Oh, and I just rolled damage. Okay, wait.
You could tell how
so-
stressed Chester is. Normally it's you rapscallion, you this, you that. Here's you shithead.
So 26. One'll hit, I assume. The 26.
Yes.
And what was my damage? Was 3 psychic damage.
Excellent.
And then
As-
bonus action,
Multiple
he's gonna.
visible darts shaped like the word shithead rocket towards the drow.
Amazing.
Bonus action, he's going to use his mage hand to try to, I guess, move him 5 feet downwards. Or, yeah, I can't really knock him prone. He would just be floating up there. So, yeah, I'll try to pull him 5 feet down. So that's a DC 14 strength save.
Uh, 18.
All right, he's at 30 feet still. I said get down from there, and then that's
You can
his
see
turn
like the
there.
leg noticeably being pulled as he's like, ah. And Mira.
Hi, it's Mira time. Mira is gonna move here, and I'm a Eldritch Blast, one to each. Cause if it ain't broke, don't do it, I guess. Cause that doesn't hit. And I rolled the same thing.
Ooh.
Mira will attempt to Eldritch Blast, but won't.
Okay.
That sucks. Maybe I'll do something else. Give me a second. Yeah, might as well. Might as fucking well. I'm gonna use sorcery points to use Quicken Spell.
Okay.
Which changes one action to a bonus action. So I'm gonna
Eldritch
use
Blast is a
that.
cantrip.
Great. So now I'm gonna cast a regular spell. As a bonus action.
Regular spell.
Regular spell.
How has your leyline ability vanished? Just when I wanted to
I don't
read
know.
it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's include that too.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I'll and oh my god, can I use my bonus action to cast a spell but also use my leyline ability or no?
When a spell is cast within 30 feet of a ley line, you can tap the ley line's
Okay.
power.
I
So
would
it's
like
just
to
part
do
of the
that.
casting.
I want to hit both of these drow with shatter. But I want to make sure I don't hit Warden or Chester. So I would like
And
to
you're
place
doing
that.
this at second level, so it'll be a DC 12 to tap the ley line.
Okay. Just a straight roll.
Requires a successful ability check using your spellcasting ability, but without including proficiency bonus, so just add your charisma. So it's just a charisma check, basically.
Okay. Let me do a charisma check then. That's 17.
17. Would you like to roll me a d10?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen this in action yet, have we?
I got a 10.
You have not.
We have not because I
Ooh.
always forget to use it.
A 10. Roll twice on this table. Treat duplicate results as no additional effect, or roll once on the Titanic leyline effect. So roll
Oh, fuck.
2d10 for me, please.
Sounds interesting.
Okay.
One, so there's going to be 2 effects from this, or potentially 1 from a higher
a 10
level.
and a 6.
Okay. So the duplicate result will be no additional effect. The 6... is... Where's it gone? 6. Creature that takes acid or fire damage from your spell takes an additional 3d6 damage of the same type at the start of its next turn.
Good
thing it does
news.
both of those.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I cast Shatter.
Which is a 20-foot cube?
Let's see. A 10-foot sphere.
10-foot sphere. Is there 10 foot between these two? I think they're 20 feet.
Well, he's
away.
30 foot up is the issue, though.
Yeah.
Which
So you could
yeah,
get
I'm
one
sorry.
of
I
the
thought I
drow.
didn't see that this guy was dead.
Oh, right.
I-
By the 2, I thought you
you're
meant
going for those
the other 2.
two.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, then I'll just get this one.
Or you can change spell if you want, because obviously your intention was to hit both of them with shatter.
No,
one's
that's
dead.
fine.
Okay.
Hey, I can do poison splash. I mean, of course, that's like a little bit of advanced, like ahead knowledge, but a small spear of burst and a poison spray. When you cast this spell using a second level spell slot. Yeah, you know what? I'll cast poison spray as a second level.
Okay.
So
Sounds like a saving throw.
it is not. It's
Oh.
hit. Yeah, baby, let's go. And I guess that will be towards this particular drow, but I would like to use twin spell as well, so I can hit this one.
Are you allowed to
'Cause I
double
have-
up on meta magics?
I don't see why not.
Is that allowed? I mean, I'm sure it is. It's just you using up your resources. I don't see any reason why not to.
Yeah. So I throw 2 acid splash or poison splashes.
One has to be at a different target, though, right? With
Yeah.
twin spell.
So
Cool. Oh, is it
What?
just
What
because you
did
have
I-
the range?
I do have the range.
I see.
Yeah. And it's getting cast at second level because I said I was going to cast a second level spell. So that's a 26 and a 23 to hit.
Both hit.
Awesome. So that's 18 and 20 damage.
Yeah, that was
Did my where's my feet thing? It was what? Fire or acid, so it
Yes.
doesn't apply in this case.
No.
But yeah,
So, you guys watch as Mura steps forward and a small sphere of pale green jelly shoots towards each of these drow. I just read the description for it. One
Jelly.
catches the grounded drow square in the chest and slams him back against the wall. The second one hits the floating drow, and Chester, you watch as he just slams up into the ceiling and is now just floating. Both dead.
Oh wow.
oh god,
all right. About that questioning them,
oh I'm so sorry.
And then there's a
man.
thud as he drops.
Oh my god, you pulled a Jolie.
Jolie on purpose killed Lizelle.
She like used like acid too, like in the exact same manner.
It's just poison.
This was poison.
Oh, okay, whatever.
As the floating drow now drops and hits the ground.
Oh no. Can we take them with us? Maybe we can speak with Dad or something later.
you know what? I can do it right now.
Oh,
Here we are. Yep. Dear Dedro, please tell me all your secrets.
I'm so sorry, Chester. I'm so sorry.
No, hold on. Dedro, I said, I need to know about everything that you know.
I'm assuming you don't actually have speak with
I've
dead.
seen this done 100 times. Dedro, please, I have 5 questions, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't have that spell.
Oh god. I don't know if Linger does either, but
It's a higher level that I can get.
It's fair enough.
Well, I tried. You know what the good thing about that, though, or the not too horrible thing, is that there's plenty of Drow in the Underdark, as the old saying goes.
Nope, those were the only 3.
that's it. We're tapped out, baby.
No more
Ooh,
drow.
maybe they have notes
in the Underdark.
Maybe they have notes on them with detailed clues and instructions to why they're here. Why don't we each take one? I'll take this one.
I'll take this one right here. Boop. You can take the other one.
Okay.
We're done.
All give me investigation checks.
Why did I roll so high on?
Yeah, those were very like nothing below a 5.
Yeah.
Ah,
Jeez.
low
Speaking of
rolls
5 and
today.
below,
Yeah, my God.
It's transferred to you. Investigation. You said,
Mhm.
"Let's go, baby."
Yeah, I want to get rolls. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yo, I'm
There
actually
we
There
go.
you go.
I'm gonna use my inspiration as well. I hope I do worse.
Finally.
Okay.
Oh,
We
that
did-
was weird.
Okay, that's
Very
something
weird.
Something is bugged in this game.
You both rolled the same and both re-rolled the same.
That's very odd. I don't
Okay.
trust it.
so you all recover. You just kind of hunting around them. You can retrieve the crossbow bolts, which are they are very small, but they are just big enough that Warden could potentially use them. So between you, you'd be able to recover about 10 of these crossbow bolts.
They're small, but they're.
I'll hand mine over to Warden.
I will also
Mm.
hand mine over to Warden.
So that's
And
how many
I
total?
stole my-
It's 10.
10. Okay.
There is on the drow where Chester is, one of those spider-hilted or cross-guarded daggers.
I'll take that. Could never have too many daggers.
It's true. Mura and Warden just kind of looking these drow over, and now as well you can kind of pull the cowls off their heads and see that they are very clearly drow. You can see on their necks there is a brand which seems to have been burnt in, which looks to be the roaring head of a dragon.
Whoa. Can I was gonna say, can I take a picture of this? No, I call Chester over and I'm like, hey, look at this, because I know that he has cartographer skills and tools, I believe, and I think that he
Mhm.
would be the better person to take a sketch of this than Mira, who would just probably draw like Trogdor or some shit. Trog.
Yeah. So whilst Chester is drawing and the two of you continue to search, Warden, the drow who was investigating these aero crystals, you find a small pouch which was very well concealed and very, very carefully packed away in such a way that, like, it was bundled under clothes so that if the drow had somehow fallen over or something had knocked against him, the single charged purple aero crystal inside would not have detonated and taken his legs off.
I will carefully take that out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What other stuff do they have? Let's have a look, see, shall we? Mura.
Yeah.
There is a small note in the pocket of your drow, but I'm going to hazard a guess that you can't read it.
I don't know how to read, so yeah. Oh, you mean an undercommon? Yeah, I don't know how to read that either. No, yeah, she can't read undercommon. She looks at it and hands it to Chester, whom Mura regards, and you can see, like, this is no insect check required, nothing. She regards Chester as smart as Linger, more than likely.
He did also,
perhaps-
like,
He's
5 minutes earlier say, I can say something in undercommon to them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think regardless of that, it looks like she's like, who's
Reading
the
goes to
smartest?
second Linger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
goes
he's
to
got you fooled.
Linger.
He's definitely got you fooled. I feel
Oh,
like.
100%. I think she looks like she has the note and she looks at Warden and then she looks at Chester, back to Warden, back to Chester, and exit to Chester. She's like, I think you could read this. Maybe.
Ah, yes. He pushes up his glasses that he doesn't wear. Let me see what this says here.
Because you do read Undercommon, don't you?
Yeah, my once girlfriend, who there's a picture of in the chat, actually taught me.
Yes. It is a fairly hastily scrawled note in Undercommon. But it says, we will hear no more of this. We do as the Empress decrees. We will continue her work.
Hmm. He'll read it aloud dramatically.
Who's
Oh,
the
wow.
Empress?
Octrine Floyd will live on. It's a Drow conspiracy.
Yeah, that is. I mean, Empress. I know the Drow matriarchal quite often, but I don't really know, to be honest.
I'd say you know
We
enough
should-
to know that Drow is a matriarchal society.
We
So
should.
it could-
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it could be like the big Drow head leader Empress, but then maybe there's other Empresses. You think there'd only be one Empress, but no, sometimes there's multiple Empresses.
Yeah, we should take that back to Linger.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe should know. She's been alive forever. Longer than I want to say longer than me, but I know that's not true. So I can't make Mira say
Well,
it.
technically it is.
Well,
You went through
yes.
a time skip.
I was still alive during that time.
Right, but you had a time skip. You didn't experience all that time, whereas Linger...
Experience. Linger's
She'd
been
been
alive
vibing.
longer than anyone I know.
Sorry, what was that again? Just one more time. Just I'm gonna type it out this time.
It was...
Or the gist of.
No, it was, we will hear no more of this. We will do as the Empress decrees and continue to carry out her work.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Curiouser and curiouser.
Can everyone give me a quick religion check? Why not?
Sure. Nat one. Oh, a 9.
10. Let's get an award for 11.
Okay. Well, with the 10s, you do know there's generally considered to be 2 types of Drow, which follow 2 kind of different gods which align to very different moral values. Can't quite remember which one's which, and if there are any kind of identifying features or anything like that.
Would it help that on my former drummer band list was Meatloaf?
That was a pretty funny one
Unfortunately
too.
All right.
Because Loth no longer exists in this world.
Yes.
Why? Because she's dead.
And
Yes, that was a
killed
Taylor
her.
Swift joke.
Wow.
The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
Bob can't come to the phone right now. I fucking murdered her. I'm so sorry.
Yes, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I guess we keep going. Have you actually, Mira, let us know about these ley lines?
Oh yeah. I think
Okay.
so. Oh yeah, I think when she sees them, she's like, a ley line, and then she'll point it out because.
And funnily enough, this time, for the first time since Mura has pointed out to you that there are ley lines that exist, that you guys have seen no evidence of, when Mura cast that spell, it was like this rush of wind and energy was kind of emanating out from her towards these drow as the spell launched. That is certainly a lot more of a thing than there has ever been before when you've seen Mura casting spells normally.
Can you, just this is for my own player curiosity, if you do a cantrip, can you tap into them, or does it have to be a leveled spell?
I think it just says when you cast a spell and it's 10 plus spell level, so a cantrip would just count as 0, I believe.
That's just my player curiosity. Well, we could follow these ley lines, and then we'll be extra safe with you protecting us.
Yeah.
Follow the ley lines. Why can't it be follow the butterflies? Fucking Ron.
Oh.
Go away, Ron.
Oh my god.
Not me.
yeah.
Not Hermione. You. Let's have a look. Yeah, it just says when a spell is cast within 30 feet of a ley line.
Yeah.
So I would count cantrip as 0 because that's what they used to be, 0 level spells.
All right. Well, why don't I sneak ahead to this next crystal, and if I come across anyone else, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And he'll try to get among these.
Oh my god, Among Us.
Mogus.
Big Mogus.
Big Mogus.
Little do they know I'm the traitor all along.
Yes.
Yeah, this is when you find out Chester's actually a drow.
My god.
You head into the next room. It seems to be quite empty from the looks of it, with the exception of kind of the mushrooms and the plants. There's a few smaller clusters of crystals, and you can see towards what is effectively the back of the room for you. There's these kind of clouds of multicolored spores just drifting around in the air.
Magical mushroom.
Ooh.
All right, he will message. I believe the coast is clear.
Yeah, Mira heads out if the coast is clear, baby. It's that way. Hold on.
He's looking for Drow sign.
You don't see anything.
Mira like points out that the ley line stops here, where it stops.
There is no more ley line following this, only route.
You would probably notice as well, Mura, by this point, having kind of followed it round through its path, the ley line that you've just followed passes almost exactly through the centers of the large clusters of aero crystals.
Interesting. I do relay that information to everybody.
Yeah, that is interesting. What does it mean? It's like magnets. How do they work?
Do they just grow on...
Are you about to say do ley lines grow on crystals?
No, I was gonna say do crystals grow on ley lines? So.
That makes more sense.
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
if you were about to say it the other way around, because I'm like, she's in Mura mode right now.
Yeah, I can only make yours so dumb, so...
There have been times, and there were a lot of times in the first campaign where you said something and just had the moment of realization. You were like, "What was that?"
Yeah, what was... Yeah, that
As the brain
does happen.
re-engages.
Yeah. It's not unusual.
Chester gonna take a little sniff of this particular mushroom, see if it smells edible.
Yeah, smells edible. It's quite a large mushroom. About the size of a small halfling.
He's gonna take a
Cute.
fist-sized chunk and put it in his bag for later.
Okay. Mushroom punches you? No. Mushroom people! I need to put more mushroom peoples into my games.
Myconoids? I
Yeah,
love a myconoids.
do love a Mike and Ike.
No!
Sponsor us.
That's my wife's favorite.
My connects are. Ugh, I'm not a fan. But
What would
you
you
know
like
what?
to
That's
do?
why there's so many different candies.
Alright, well, doesn't seem to be much here. I got some fungus in my eye.
Well, there's a lot of the arrow crystals here.
Yeah, we should come back with a pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
Be rich.
I think that's a great idea.
Somewhere in the void, Linger twitches.
They're going to kill us all, says Linger. Or wait, wasn't there somebody we were supposed to tell about arrow crystals if we found any more, and then maybe we get a cut
Oh
of?
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, one of the shop people.
We should tell them about the arrow crystals down here. Maybe they have a way of getting them out. And we can feel safe.
That would be from the Fox's Arcana, according to my mind notes.
Yeah.
Would indeed. I just established early on in my home game where I'm playing that Kesh keeps a notepad with him. So whenever we're trying to remember something, I'm like, flips through notepad.
Do we get the impression from all we've seen that we've sort of explored? Like as deep as we can go?
You'd probably know, given kind of how far along the above cavern you'd walked. You're kind of about halfway along where you were originally. You don't know if that other half underneath that drop was solid rock or not. You don't know.
Like over here? If you could see my ping.
Over here being where? Sorry, ping it again. Yeah, like all of that sort of stuff. You don't know if it's solid rock or what, because kind of peering down, all you could really see was darkness and stone.
Alright, well, why don't we make our way homewards, and then on our way out, we could check that one final spot and see what we see.
That makes sense to me.
Leave and come back with Linger. Yes.
Yes. Mitch, are we gonna break or are we done? I have to potty.
We are
outside.
going to done soon.
Okay, I have to BRB. I gotta pee.
Like
I'm
imminent.
sorry. Imminent. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Like, check to climb up the wall, but I'm not even going to make you do the check because everyone wants to get out.
Sorry.
You're heading up the ladder?
Featherfall.
Yeah, exactly. Presumably you head up the ladder and back. And your next port of call after reaching the house will be... So we know where we're starting from next time.
For those to see the band play, probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna go see
Cool.
the band play.
Excellent. So you all...
Oh, I actually can't make that session, though. I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
Um,
I just kidding.
Oh.
you, the
was like,
only
he's
one
kidding,
like, no! But yes,
I'm like, he's kidding. He's gotta be.
you all head up the ladder back into the house. Do you replace the rug over the floorboards?
Chester doesn't want to touch a dirty rug.
Mirror will, though.
Cover the tracks, you head back, and you start making your way towards the errant airship. As it is now, you now realize how long it took to get up and down that ladder, as it's now rapidly approaching evening. But we will pick up from there next time, where we will hopefully have
Cool.
Linger and Rip.
And less technical difficulties, maybe.
Hopefully.
Ha! It wouldn't be D&D if we did.
It's true.
Have them.
But that's all a problem for next time, where we will see you all. Goodbye.
Bye!
Oh.
Sorry, Mitch. I have to